Dan.
Howdy.
Yes, sir, Dan.
Dan is a tattoo artist that just moved to Oklahoma.
Yeah,
And,
from Arizona.
Yeah.
There we go.
How was the move?
It was good. It was better than expected.
Is it?
Yeah.
How is Oklahoma like different than Arizona?
Oh man, it's slower.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's slower. It's quieter.
Quieter.
Yeah.
Are the people nicer or no?
Way nicer.
Really?
Yeah.
I was wondering that.
Bro, Oklahoma's like high for list of like nicest states, like if not the nicest.
Yeah, but our education's so bad.
Because we're so dumb, we're just nice.
You know, I was
Okay.
thinking about it the other day. Go ahead.
So I looked this up oddly a few months ago. Oklahoma's 50th in education.
Yeah.
Arizona's 48th.
Really?
So
hey, you fit right
there
in,
with
dude.
them.
Okay.
Let's go.
We got the same
I
education.
went to Arizona public schools.
Hey, I was thinking about it the other day, and I think part of it for Oklahoma is that people just go to trade schools. So it's like you don't really need to be smart to go work in the oil field or go, you know what I'm saying?
I think you got to be pretty smart to go work in the oil field. You will die.
Or just dumb enough to do it. You know what I'm
That
saying?
is true.
Yeah, but
That
you
is
learn
true.
those jobs like on the site, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you learn those precautions and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You learn
Yeah.
from fucking up multiple times, I guess.
After your third finger cut off, you pretty much
You're good to
know
go.
what not to do.
Yeah. So, like we said, you're a tattoo artist.
Yes.
How did you get into tattooing?
Ooh.
Like, did it start out as like you were doodling or like doing
Yeah.
art?
Yeah, I mean, I've done art since, I was a little kid.
Right.
So just doodling since I was like, 4 or 5 years old, shit like that.
Right.
But can I cuss on the
Yeah.
podcast?
Yeah,
Is that
please,
okay?
please,
Okay.
please. Please.
All right. Yeah. No, I drew all growing up and whatnot, but I never took it really like serious.
Yeah.
I just did all these like crazy, wild doodle abstract things for years. And then I started seeing like kids around me getting tattooed in high school and shit like that. And
You're like, I'm going to take my talents to human skin.
no, I went and got my first tattoo. I walked in there and I was like, this is the coolest fucking place ever.
Yeah.
And I got to work here.
Yeah.
I got to do it. So I brought in some sketches I had. I actually showed them to Paige the other day. I was going through, when we were moving in, through like some old archive, tubs of old art. It is the worst
Really?
drawings
Oh, so
you've ever seen.
so
They were
you-
awful, dude. Well, because I always did like abstract stuff. So I tried to like draw like tattoo designs
Yeah.
and like some like lettering. And I brought it into the dude that was tattooing me. Because I got like a whole sleeve when I was 18. And he was just like, you got practice to do.
Yeah.
Like, we can't apprentice you. You're not ready.
Yeah.
But he was super supportive and just like told me what to like look for and where to go study, what books to
Right.
buy and stuff like that. And then I kind of fucked off for a few years, and probably like 5 years later, I actually started taking it serious again.
Nice. Dude, I remember, I think some people have that where when they walk into a tattoo shop, they're like, dude, this is the coolest place I've ever been to. Sometimes. The people working are pretty cool.
I mean, that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
Like, the shop is inviting. It's strange.
It's a vibe every time you walk in.
Yeah, you feel ill. Like, everyone's nice,
Yeah.
but also you should be a little on edge.
Yeah.
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 like
Yeah,
it
'cause
should
at
feel a
the
little
same time-
strange.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Are there any like I guess assholes out there that tattoo people? I'm sure there are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you an asshole?
No.
To the guys? Oh, okay.
No. I always work in the very front booth.
Why is
Every
that?
shop I've ever worked at.
Why
'Cause,
is that?
I feel like that's the nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the one that like brings the clients in.
There you go. Okay. Subtle brag there. I like that.
It's on accident. I just got
Yeah,
placed there in my first shop and kind of had to deal with it. From
Dude,
there.
that's awesome though.
Yeah. But yeah, there's some assholes.
So you were talking about, you went in to get your first tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first tattoo? What started it? for
My
you?
first tattoo is an anchor on the top of this foot.
Okay.
It's not identical, but it's matching-ish to my great granddad's
Oh hell
Navy
yeah.
tattoo from World War II.
Hell yeah.
He had an anchor on his arm, so I got an anchor on my foot with his initials.
There you go.
Okay, there
Yeah.
we go. That's actually
So,
fire.
that was probably the first tattoo I ever saw.
Yeah.
That was
What's
on
his?
great granddad. So
Yeah.
I saw that when I was 2 years old.
You're like, that's the coolest thing. I have to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's usually like something that gets passed down. I know that like my mom's got that bird. She showed it to you guys the other night, and I
Yeah.
have it on my chest. And she has
Oh,
it.
no shit.
Yeah. I'd show
That's
you, but
cool.
I'm fatter than shit. And I can't have that on the
No, you're
internet. But do you have like a favorite, I guess, tattoo experience or style? I guess that's two different questions. Do you have like
Yeah.
a favorite style that you do, or like?
Yeah.
I guess everyone's probably got their own,
I've definitely made my living doing a little bit of everything.
right?
You know, just take on whatever comes through the door. So I enjoy doing everything too. But my like style would be like black and gray illustrations.
Okay.
A lot of nature stuff with like geometric patterns.
Okay.
So it's like to describe it, it'd be anything you can see on a hike.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
draw.
I like that.
That's what I like to draw.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have like a favorite, I guess, session you've ever had, or favorite tattoo you've ever done that you can think of? I know it's probably a broad
And
question.
have you ever tattooed like someone famous?
I don't think I've tattooed anyone
No one
famous.
famous?
Hopefully one of my older clients though is famous now. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
for them,
yeah.
You know, that I don't know of.
Like you just moved here. Imagine like Shay was like, "Hey, I need a tattoo.
Oh, that'd be great.
Like we just won a championship. Can you tattoo the championship on me?" That would be amazing.
That'd be fantastic. So no one famous that I know of. For the best session though. Oh, I've done some pretty
You probably got
great
some pretty
sleeves.
good ones.
I had to
in
finish up this sleeve when I was living in New Orleans during right after COVID regulations let up. I was tattooing this guy. He worked for NASA, but he was from
What?
DC, Maryland, something like that. That Maryland, Baltimore area.
there. Right.
But yeah, he did like a long-term Airbnb because it was nicer weather down
Yeah.
south
Right.
and cheap. So, and he had like redone the Airbnb, like bought a new TV for the place. He was like living and working from home there. And so I was working on a whole sleeve on him, and then he found out he had to go back to work like, you know, next week. And so he was packing up all his stuff. So we did a couple back-to-back sessions on him. They were pretty gnarly, you know,
Pretty
like
intense
usually I don't
sessions.
tattoo more than like, you know, 5-6 hours at a time. And
Yeah.
I did like a 10-hour session on him.
Wow. How was that, for
was,
you?
That was rad.
I know it's probably not good for him, but how was that for
Oh,
you?
we both had
doing
a great and horrible time.
it?
You know?
Kind of suffers. There's beauty in the pain, I guess.
Yeah, my
kind of
eyes
thing.
are crossing.
Yeah.
My arms going numb. But it was cool. Like we had like a lunch break and a dinner break, and like
Yeah,
it
that's
was
cool.
like
that's a pretty.
not
That's
your
a good
usual
experience.
you know.
Yeah.
What hand do you tattoo with, your right or left?
I'm right-handed.
Would you ever try to learn, like, be ambidextrous and learn left so you can like double tat somebody,
Not
like
it.
tag team, double it?
Dude, that 10 hour
Like 10 years ago, I thought about trying that shit because I worked with this girl that was ambidextrous,
Mm-hmm.
and she would line with her right hand, shave with her left hand.
Really?
Yeah, like completely.
I just
And,
feel like you could, at the same time,
Bro, that 10-hour tat would have been 5.
5 hours.
No, I tried doing because if you go online, like people are like, you can try brushing your teeth with your left hand or tying your shoes, do
Boy,
basic activities. Did not work at all.
See, he's left-handed, Tritty over here, but
Mhm.
he can do a lot of stuff right-handed. We make fun of him for it. It's not
impressive.
normal. It's impressive, but it's not normal, you
Yeah.
know.
Dude, a lot of left-handed people can are like both.
I think that's because mainly if you look in the world, everything is right-handed.
Yeah, it's designed.
Yeah, because like
That
it's
way.
normal.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be like trained out of children to not be left-handed.
We tried
Back
to do
in
that
the
with
day.
him. He just didn't understand.
No, it was like frowned upon to use your left hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like people would like tie their kid's hand, their left hand behind their back and stuff like that, or like punish them for using their left hand to like force their right hand. Yeah.
Imagine being punished because you gotta do stuff with your left hand. That's
It's a
crazy.
real thing. I got a book over there about it.
I can't
Yeah.
read.
Hell
We're
yeah.
50th in education. I don't know how to read.
So you said you lived in New Orleans for a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
So where all have you lived and where all have you traveled?
Oh man.
Where all have you lived?
Yeah.
We'll start with that.
Lived, grew up in Arizona. Then I spent a year in Washington,
Okay.
just over the border from Oregon. It's pretty much a suburb of Portland. And then I lived in Portland, Oregon for quite a while. Then I took a job down in New Orleans.
Okay.
That was a short little stint. COVID happened, so that was kind of,
How was that on
Threw
tattoo
everything off.
artists?
it's a wild
Yeah.
place.
I can't,
Cool experience, rough town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like really late hours,
Yeah.
a lot of drunk people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you're talking
ever-
about in New Orleans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Oh, yeah.
New Orleans. I
Yeah.
love the way
What do you
say
say? New Orleans?
it.
New
Nolans.
Orleans.
New Orleans, brother.
It's Nolans.
Nolans.
Nolans, baby.
What about COVID? How was that on tattoo artists? I can't imagine that being very
It sounded
good.
like it was, for everyone I talked to, different from state to state.
Yeah.
Down there, it was just straight shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut down for months.
Because you're literally right next. You're literally.
Yeah, well, like Mardi Gras that year was like the super spreader event. So
Yeah.
that was like a whole
Yeah.
thing down there.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, you just painting at home, studying,
Yeah.
whatever you can do to like
Better
try to sell
yourself.
some paintings online, you know,
Yeah.
if people had extra money. Yeah, it was kind of boring.
Where was your favorite place to live
Mhm.
out of all those states? And then what was your favorite place to tattoo? Like, which had the best people to tattoo? If like you ever had
Oh
like,
man,
which one? Because you said New Orleans, you know, you had a lot of
Yeah.
drunk people, a lot of.
yeah, it was a little wild.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite place to tattoo so far, Arizona. I
Arizona.
had some really solid clients there. Real, yeah, just regulars. It was really
Yeah.
cool. A lot of like husbands and wives and sisters, cousins, whatever, you know,
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
cool network of clients there. So that's been, you know, I've only been here I've worked 2 days.
Okay,
So hopefully Oklahoma is the answer for that.
there we go.
But
What
I
about
don't know
favorite to live? Like, which state like has your heart? Like, favorite place you've lived?
yet. I love it here.
You love it
Yeah,
here?
Yeah,
I've
dude,
been
I
so
know.
stoked to come out here.
You always say that you love it out here.
I love it.
What do you
Love
think? What's your favorite part about it?
We were talking on it. We went for a walk earlier this evening. We like to go for our evening walks, and it's just, I don't even know how to describe it, dude. It's like in my soul, like something about like a little overgrown front yard,
Really?
big tree. I love a big tree in a yard, a porch, some steps, brick buildings. Like it just feels like home. It
Because
feels it's homey.
Arizona, there's probably not a lot of grass yards, right? Or are there?
In the suburbs, you know, people
Yeah.
got their sprinkler systems and stuff, but like,
You like the
it's-
nature of it, probably.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's green. You got a little bit of wind. The weather changes from day to day.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel more grounded
Yeah.
here. You know,
I hear that, dude.
you're more in
crazy
tune
'cause-
with the earth.
You yeah, it's crazy because like we take that stuff for granted for living here our whole
Mhm.
lives. You go to
Yeah.
like somewhere and like they don't have grass or they have plants, but they are like desert plants. They're not like big and beautiful or like, you know, I don't know. But
Yeah, I'm used to it
Yeah.
here.
yeah,
But like
then
he like you said, it's slower paced here.
yeah, way
I
slower.
could get that because Arizona gets a little hectic. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
it's
on the
like-
way though.
Oh, it's definitely growing out here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
growing.
Yeah, like I haven't felt anxiety in a car here.
Yeah,
You know,
dude.
like when you're on the
Dude,
roads.
you're-
Like in Arizona, when you pull out of your neighborhood, it's NASCAR.
yeah,
Like and you're if it's a Friday or Saturday night, you're driving around, you're gonna see a wreck that looks crazy.
is the
Yeah.
traffic
just
is the
guaranteed.
traffic oops.
Yeah.
Is the traffic worse in Arizona? You guys lived in Phoenix, right?
Yeah,
Is it
Phoenix.
worse in Phoenix or LA?
LA is definitely
Probably
worse.
Yeah, dude. It's
And that's probably because like Phoenix is newer, right?
Yeah.
So like they actually like designed it
better.
for the traffic's fucking horrible,
Yeah,
but it's better than
but
LA.
it's designed better.
Yeah. The highways are huge.
Yeah.
The on ramp, off ramp system, the whole thing is like
Right,
set up better.
right.
Um,
Because it's just more modern.
yeah, but both of us worked not traditional hours, so we never really
It worked out.
dealt with traffic. Yeah,
Okay, good. What about so back to the tattooing thing? Like,
yeah.
do you ever find it hard to still like I guess take it as art and not a job?
No, it's still art.
I guess do you ever get overwhelmed with the job part of it rather than the creativity part of it?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's just part of it.
Yeah, I think that'd be a lie if anyone said they didn't.
Yeah.
But I like that though,
Yeah.
because I like manual labor and like
Yeah.
working, you know.
Right.
So I like that it is a job. Like it,
You like
I think
that you're able
sometimes
to-
that fuels you.
Yeah.
When you're not feeling super creative.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm just at my like studio over there painting, if I'm not in the mood, I just get up.
Yeah.
But with it being a job, you like it demands creativity.
Yeah.
It like demands you
Demands
keep
your
doing
brain
it.
to do it. And
And so it puts you in like a really cool headspace to
Yeah.
like
you're like, I have nothing
not
else
force
to do.
it, but encourage
Yeah.
it. You know.
Yeah. Because I like to ask people that are into, like, I asked her mom, for instance, you know, she's got the podcast and
Yeah.
she does the readings and everything. And I was like, everybody that's got kind of like a creative job, I guess, I always like to ask them, you know, how do you keep it in that, I guess, realm and not go over to oh my God, it's not what it was. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
job now. So, but yeah, because that's how I feel about the podcast. Like,
You gotta stay inspired.
yeah,
Yeah, keep it interesting.
it's like every time we get a like or comment, I'm like, hell yeah, let's go.
The glasses,
The
man.
sunglasses.
Yeah,
Get interesting, spice it up.
yeah, that's good. That's a good answer though. Yeah.
And to go off of like spice it up and like keep it interesting, what is like the craziest thing you tattooed on somebody? And like the craziest place? Like you ever had someone come in like, I want my baby daddy's
What
name
is it?
tatted
You
on
know,
my
you-
titty.
you
or
knew
Is this
something.
right
a
off the bat.
PG-13 podcast?
No, this is rated R.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is
rated
rated
R?
R. We can beep stuff
Yeah,
out.
we'll
if
beep
it
stuff
gets
out if
a
All
little
right,
too.
if this has to be edited out. So at my last shop, it's like noon, 1 p.m. Wednesday, normal
Just
day.
a regular day.
Just a normal
like
Wednesday.
pretty empty, you know. I was just sitting there drawing. I didn't have a client till later. Everyone else was kind of working in the back. And this lady comes in,
Oh no.
super sweet old lady. We're chatting. Do you have time for a walk-in? Yeah. What do you want? And she just kind of like leans in. I'm like, what? And she, I just some lettering. I'm like, okay, what's it gonna say? She goes, and I go, what? And she's like, I want it on my ass. And I go, what the fuck?
Oh no.
What the fuck? And she's like, well, I'm from a small town and I'm here on a convention in
What?
Phoenix. And she's like, I can't get this tattoo in my small town. And, you know, small town people talk.
Yeah.
So she's like, I want to get it while I'm here. No one knows me. And my husband would be stoked
Oh
for me to
my
get this
God,
tattoo.
dude.
That's fire.
And then she had me write it out where there's like little leaves coming off the letters and stuff.
Yeah.
Right on her ass.
Okay.
That's good. That's
I
good.
got a
That's
question. Did you like it? Like, were you happy with your work after?
Yeah, I think I did a clean tattoo.
Hell yeah. Do you
Do you
Like,
have a
I mean,
picture
it's
of it?
No.
Oh, I'd
Do
love
you
to
like?
see it.
Did you like step back and say, "Yep, Dan, you did it again"?
No. Well, see, you asked like it being a job or creative. Like that's when it's a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
yeah,
job
I get it. That
is
makes
to
sense.
give the
Yeah.
client what they want.
Would you
know
ever
what I
get
mean?
that tattoo?
No.
Okay. Hey, you
like, I
never know. You gotta ask questions.
No. You just kind of turn off your creative or judgments or anything and just do your job.
What about what's the craziest tattoo you have?
Are we doxing him or what?
You don't. Yeah, if it's a little too crazy, you don't have to answer.
I got a couple wild ones that only my fiance can see.
Okay.
Oh,
there
okay.
we go. I think that tells us
Hey,
a little bit.
Hey, y'all, just imagine, because whatever you imagine is probably worse than that.
So is there a big difference in? Obviously there is, but is it annoying to have somebody in there that's never had a tattoo versus somebody that's just covered in them?
Yeah, like have you ever had anyone like faint?
I'm gonna come back to that one.
Yes, sir.
Because I got some funny stories there. But I like people's first tattoos.
Yeah.
It's fun, you know. Like they don't
They don't know
Some-
what to expect.
what to expect. Some people have done research online or talked to a friend, you know,
Yeah.
so they have expectations. Or some people are completely unsure,
Yeah.
and it's kind of fun to walk them through that process and
Yeah.
hopefully give them a good experience so they want
Right.
to get more, or at least
Think
they're
about
happy
it.
with getting their first tattoo. Because
Yeah.
I know a lot of older people, and I talked to them where they got their one tattoo when they're drunk in Mexico or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. They kind of regret it.
Yeah.
So you just try to make it a
That
good
pleasant.
experience, you know?
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
That's cool.
Yeah. But fainting, you know, if as long as someone's hydrated, they're good. But I was tattooing my brother a few months ago, and I was doing this big old thing on his chest and up on his shoulder and stuff. And I'd done the chest part, had him up in a chair to do his shoulder, and there was just a little bit on the chest I wanted to go back into. And he was probably like 3 hours in, so he's having it a little rough, and he's sitting up in the chair, and I went to do his chest, like go back to it, and that raw skin, and you can like feel someone before they faint. It feels like your gloves are full of water. Like all of a sudden it feels like there's a leak inside your gloves because it's them like getting clammy.
Really?
But every time they get a little bit colder, and it feels like the inside of your gloves.
Yeah.
There's nothing in there, but it feels like it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and that's usually like 10 to 30 seconds before they're about to drop.
Wow.
Did you stop in time for
No,
the
I stopped.
dinner
I
drop?
stopped in time, and then just held him there, and then had his wife go grab some candy,
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
get some
get the
sugar
sugar
in
back
him.
in the
Yeah.
system, put a little wet cloth on his back, and he was fine.
What about numbing cream? I see it on TikTok. Like some hate it, some
Yeah.
are like, yeah, it's fine.
I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah.
Why do tattoo artists hate it?
So it messes with the texture of the skin.
Oh, okay.
It makes it like rubbery. I
It makes it
it's-
harder to
So you
tattoo
got to
it.
stretch the skin, like really like push down. The tauter the skin is, the cleaner the needle like slices in.
Mm-hmm.
So less damage to the skin.
Oh, okay.
And the damage I do to the skin, I get a response by seeing how much it raises or doesn't raise or whatever. When it's numb, you don't get that response. So you end
Yeah.
up doing more damage to the skin accidentally by
Pressing
not
harder.
getting the stretch as well and stuff. Like, it just makes the job harder.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't last that long anyway. So
The numbing doesn't
yeah,
last.
or half the time it doesn't even work.
Have you ever had like a tattoo where you just saw it after and was like, damn, I could have done a little better? Or like, if not
Sure.
you, like the skin, like I could have went a little easier or something. Because, you know, everyone,
Yeah.
not everyone has a good day. Sometimes you might have had an off day.
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you do
I mean, you want to
when
be
see something
perfect.
like that?
Take notes.
Take notes.
Improve. Usually it's like I should have slowed down. I should have
Yeah.
maybe prepared more for this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
usually it's a walk-in. Like, if it's something for like a client that's custom, like I'm prepared and
You're locked
I've
in.
I'm locked in. I have a whole plan. Usually it's a walk-in where you're like, oh yeah, I could knock that out. And then once you get into the tattoo, you're like, there's a couple things in here I didn't
Yeah, you didn't think
plan
about.
for or think about. Definitely happens less now than years
Of
ago.
course.
But yeah, you know, you want to get an A+ on every tattoo,
Mhm.
but an A- every once in a while.
No, not
It
a.
happens.
It's not possible though. You know,
Yeah.
there's gonna be some. Okay.
Yeah, it's a handmade
Yeah.
craft, a piece of art. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's not quite perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's what makes every tattoo special. Because sometimes, you know, even if there's a little thing, it's like it's one of one.
Yeah.
No one's
Yeah.
tattoos are exactly
Yeah,
the same.
yeah.
And
That's a
with
good
that
point.
too, what I'm seeing their mistakes, you're probably not going to notice. They're like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
little
Your eyes
subtleties
will
that
like that.
I would have like been like, oh, I should have hit that corner a little bit harder, or whatever,
Mhm.
you know. And that someone getting the tattoo, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't see
No,
that.
They only
It
see the
looks great.
finished product.
What
They don't see
about
the-
like, have you ever finished someone else's tattoo that someone else started? Like if it's a sleeve or something, and they're like, "Hey, can you finish this for me?"
Yeah, I've done that. I mean, it's kind of like a touchy subject for some people.
Because have you ever like seen someone's work and been
Mhm.
like, they didn't do that good on the top, and you have to finish it?
Yeah, I
or
mean
something.
that's more for the client to decide. You know,
Mhm.
typically you don't work on other people's work.
Yeah.
It's their art. But there's like certain circumstances. They don't want to go back to the same artist. For whatever reason, like they did purchase the tattoo. It's theirs. Whoever's
Yeah.
wearing it. So
Yeah.
it's up to them. But typically if it's someone I know or through the industry, I'm not gonna mess with it. But a lot of the time people get some like shoddy work and they can't find the artist to get it fixed by the original artist. Like
Yeah.
they disappeared or they quit tattooing or moved out of state. It's something that where the person doesn't have access
Yeah.
to the original artist. Then it definitely person by person basis.
Yeah. Have you ever had to like a lot of tattoo talk going on, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
You ever,
that's
I'll talk
great.
about
you ever
whatever.
had to what is like the craziest thing you've ever had to cover up? Like, have you ever had to cover up like some crazy kind of tattoo or something?
I'm sure I have. I've covered up a lot of names.
Name.
Yeah. names.
That's like the typical
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
like ex-boyfriend, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't
I've
know
seen someone come back 4 days after getting a name tattoo
Oh,
wanting it covered
God.
up.
I didn't know
Yeah.
if you've seen like someone like with a swastika or something had to cover that up or something.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them covered up. I haven't personally had that opportunity, but I've definitely seen them
'Cause
covered up.
You see, like I've seen it on TikTok. That's why I
Yeah.
asked this dude had like, you know how the swastika looks, and then they'll make just a box out of it, and it would have the lines, and everyone's like, we knew what that used
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah, it's like a real poor.
Yeah, it looks
cover
like the
up. Yeah.
Minecraft little trap door, and it's
Mhm.
like, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen all the cover-ups. I don't do tons of cover-ups anymore because I do black and gray,
Yeah.
which can work for a cover-up, but typically I usually send them to someone that does a little bit bolder, heavier color tattoos for that kind
Mhm.
of stuff. So
What
not
about
too much?
what's the most expensive tattoo you've done?
I have no clue. because it's also broken up into sessions, you know.
Yeah.
So I've done like a back piece or a sleeve or stuff like that. So
Yeah.
whatever the hourly times however many hours, but
Yeah.
I don't really keep track of how many hours I put on a client.
Yeah.
I'm sure a couple grand.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's more. It's not more about the money. It's like just the tattooing for you.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if you do good work, you're gonna make money.
Yeah. I like to hear that. He's more into the
Yeah.
actual tattooing and caring about
it's
the
a
money.
job. I
like
gotta
that.
get paid, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You love what you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna reposition myself here.
Okay, we're good. Fan, we're taking a quick break in the pod to tell you about our sponsor, the Tuxedo Lounge.
The Tuxedo Lounge is a cozy tavern with a fun atmosphere, live music, darts, pool, and bar games with sports always on TV.
We got a surprise for y'all. If y'all tell the bartender that the stew sent you, you will get a free domestic beer after your first purchase, only valid once per person. The Tuxedo Lounge is located on 1523 Sunset Drive in El Reno, Oklahoma, and tell them the stew sent you.
And now back to the pod. I've heard that some smaller tattoos cost significantly more than if you were to get like a big tattoo. And I guess it has to go into like what kind of detail they're asking for and stuff, but I don't really know if that's a question, but do you have anything like, is there,
It just matters on the style,
yeah,
where it's going on your body.
where it's going, what it is? Cause I can imagine those little ones get pretty freaking,
Like a little
Yeah,
portrait
the
or
little
something?
fine line,
Yeah.
realistic stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's realistic, it's gonna take way longer.
yeah,
A slower process. A lot of the fine line, at least for me, I can only speak for myself.
yeah,
I work slower with smaller needles.
right,
Bigger, like obviously not huge, but like a bigger tattoo,
yeah,
I can move through quicker. I feel more comfortable with those bigger needles.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
What about Oh, I just had a question. What is your least favorite part to tattoo somebody? Like, do you have a least favorite body part?
Oh yeah. Hate tattooing ribs and
Oh,
lower bellies.
is it
Really?
just because of skin?
Yeah, it's just really hard to stretch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super tall, so even if my table's up all the way, I'm still kind of leaning over, and like you can mess with positions for people, but typically I'm just leaning a little much, so it like
Your
hurts
back
my
starts
back.
to hurt. Yeah.
So 'cause you got to put all your weight into it. So I'll do them, but like I definitely cut those sessions into shorter segments,
Mm-hmm.
or else I'm gonna throw my back out.
Yeah.
Because if that happens, then that tattoo is not getting finished right there.
No.
What about? Have you ever done a face tattoo?
Not often. Very
Would you ever
rare.
give someone their first face tattoo?
No.
They have to
Really?
already have them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, see, so let me ask you this: you're getting married into the family. We're
Mhm.
basically cousins.
yeah,
Would you
that's
give me
kinda
my
cool.
first face tattoo?
No. I know your mom. Hell no.
My mom would
Yeah.
approve.
Yeah.
But see, I'm deathly
I
afraid.
know
of
your
needles.
aunts.
I'm deathly afraid of needles. Right? Like I have needle phobia. What do you think about the people who are getting put under anesthesia to get tattooed? Like the big back pieces rappers are getting.
I mean, I don't know too much about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan.
You're not.
No.
yeah, because I guess it is majority rappers and probably athletes.
It's like
like
rappers,
rich people,
athletes.
bro. They go to like a big doctor. It looks like
Yeah,
a
well,
doctor's
you
office.
need an anesthesiologist.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
They get like
They
like an
put 'em
actual
to sleep
doctor on
and-
staff.
they get
Yeah.
a back piece, the leg sleeves, and arm sleeves all at the same time.
Yeah,
They got like 5 different
it's
people
like
tattooing.
it's like 2K
Oh, it
My
looks
Player or
crazy.
some shit.
them. Yeah.
It looks crazy. I don't know. I mean, I've seen the videos and stuff,
Yeah,
but I just don't know too much about it. Like, I want to know about the aftercare.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
is there a doctor
Dude, that's
on
gotta
Your
staff
body
for
gotta
like a
suck.
week?
hurt.
Yeah,
It's like a burn victim, you know? You just got your whole
dude. Yeah, I didn't even think about the
back
recovery.
skinned.
Isn't anesthesia like really dangerous? Like every time
Yeah.
you go under anesthesia, there's a chance you
It's
don't
super
wake
da-
up.
Yeah,
Well, there was a guy that just passed away in Brazil
really.
from that. The tattoo never actually took place.
He died.
He
just
died
like-
on the way down, like getting put under.
What?
See, that's what
Yeah.
I'm like. People are doing that for a tattoo, and it's like, I don't think it's like, why are you going and maybe dying just to get this tattoo done when you can just
Do it.
regularly
up.
go get a tattoo and break it
Yeah.
up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's not that important to get it all done at once.
that's my thought on it. Like, I know some people say like, oh, you got to earn it for the pain and all that, but nah, I've numbed a tattoo.
Mhm.
Most people I know have numbed, like, you know, I've gotten like either the spray or the cream or something like
Mhm.
that. So like, it's not about the like earning the pain or anything. It just seems like an unnecessary process.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, dangerous.
Yeah,
dangerous for sure.
that's definitely like, Cause I can't even imagine if I got a whole back piece done under anesthesia, and then you wake up and you don't know where you're at because you were up and you're like, why does my back hurt?
On
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
I'm sure you're sick for a couple days.
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude, you can't feel good after that. There's no
dude,
way.
no way.
I've been sick after a 5-hour session on my back.
Yeah.
Like, you just got home and I mean, it's like you have the flu for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, have you tattooed yourself?
Yeah, years ago.
How
Yeah.
did that turn out? Is it hard?
Fine.
Like, is it hard to
Yeah.
tattoo yourself?
No. I mean, you don't really think about the pain part because you're focused. you
Yeah,
know?
that's probably that's a good point.
But you can't really reach a lot of spots.
Yeah, I
you
feel
know?
like
So
it's mostly like your legs,
your thighs, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Like back when I was learning,
maybe your hands.
practice. But
Yeah.
at this point, like I got enough friends that tattoo, I can just
Yeah.
ask them, or I'm seeking out a specific artist.
You get
really
discounts
like,
with your
you know?
friends,
Yeah, typically.
typically.
Yeah.
You throw them
Typically.
discounts
Trade
too.
a 6-pack for a tattoo
Oh,
or
there you go.
a
Nice.
hug.
There you go. I'll give you a hug. You tattoo.
What
my-
do
Yeah.
what did your friends in Phoenix think about you moving here?
I mean, most of them were stoked for us, you
Yeah.
know. Like we were really happy for like the next chapter in life, you know.
Nice.
Yeah,
Like,
we
they're all
got some
happy for you
future
and everything?
goals, and I
Nice.
think being out here in Oklahoma kind of aligns with that a little
Nice.
bit more.
Yeah.
Are they gonna come visit you guys, surely?
Yeah, they're coming
Nice.
for a burger day in like 3 weeks.
Really?
Oh, I gotta come out to
Awesome.
Burger
Yeah,
Day. I
yeah,
haven't
we
been
got-
out there in a
we got,
while.
like,
Dude,
3 friends
have you ever
flying
been to? Have you ever came to Burger Day?
No,
you
Dude.
going?
no, but I heard
Oh, it's gonna be on
it's
Saturday.
it's nearby.
Dude, it's
so
right
I'm
here. You're
stoked.
not gonna be able
Yeah.
to leave your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
I'm pretty stoked on that.
I would advise maybe. You know, a lot of people go for the big burger, get a little.
Yeah.
Don't
chunk of-
eat the big
Don't do
burger.
it, bro.
That's what she said.
Are you gonna
Flies
do
all
it?
over it. And
Nah.
So you said moving to Oklahoma was like, like y'all next step and stuff.
Mhm.
So like future steps, like when you have a child,
Yeah.
like how excited are you that if they want a tattoo, like once like you're probably gonna give them their first tattoo.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
How do you
crazy.
feel about
Like
that?
how would you
Yeah.
like knowing like I'm gonna
Tattooing
tattoo
your
my
own kid? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Would you make them wait till
That's
18?
an interesting one, man.
I guess I should probably
If-
not say that on here.
I mean, I don't know.
What'd you say?
I said, would you wait till they're 18? Because some 16-year-olds be walking around with a
Of
full
course
arm
he
sleeve.
would.
I mean, it just
No, 16
matters
they can get
on the
tattoos with a
kid
parent
and the
consent.
situation. You know, that kid doesn't exist yet, so I don't know
Yeah,
how
they might not
mature
want
or
any.
immature they are.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if I'd do the first one or I'd be like, I know hundreds of tattoo artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe pick the one that fits you best. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Is that going to be
that could
some...
be a cool experience too. Like that kind of shell shocked getting your first tattoo when you're young, going
Yeah.
into a shop, maybe send them in alone. You know,
Yeah.
Get,
Are you
Rite
going to
of
like
passage, you
have
know?
a talk with them about like make sure you know what you want for their first one at least? Because, like you said, immature. Like if you can tell like they might not really want this tattoo. They
Yeah.
just want a tattoo. You're going to have like, hey, think about it before you actually get it.
for sure.
I know a lot of
Yeah.
people that say like they don't think about it a whole lot before they get a tattoo.
Yeah.
They like it better because it's
some
more
people
of
are
a.
yeah,
like,
yeah. There was
yeah,
a guy in
has
the
to mean
shop
something.
today and yesterday where
Yeah.
they were like,
You just like do something.
they're like, no, I like to pick it when I show up.
Yeah.
They're just like, I just know I want a tattoo and I know I want it here.
Yeah.
So
Are you
Let's
more
figure
of
it
a
out.
like to you do tattoos like
Mm-hmm.
do they need to mean something for you to get it or do you just like oh this looks cool I want it
either or.
either
Yeah.
or yeah
I got sentimental ones. I got just random,
Yeah.
yeah
whatever. You know, I mean, just, if it looks sick, I'm into it. You know.
Yeah. There you go.
I also tattoo for a living, so it doesn't really affect my job. or
Yeah.
anything,
yeah
You know?
What do
can
you
get
think
whatever-
Probably
about-
helps my job.
What do you think about like because there is I know back then there especially there's like a bad stigmatism to having tattoos and
Mhm.
going above your neck or like have them showing you wouldn't get a job is what they always say.
Yeah.
And I know it's going away slowly as we as the culture moves on or whatever.
Yeah.
But what do you think about that? Like, because obviously,
I mean, it's great for me.
yeah, exactly.
I'm making more money.
You're on
you
a
know?
whole
I got
different
more
spectrum
clients.
than people that are saying
Yeah.
that.
I'm
you
on
know?
a different spectrum
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think every part of the world's a little different, but from what I've noticed, like, it's gotten way more acceptable. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm tattooing
Way. Yeah.
teachers and
Yeah.
stuff now, like
Yeah.
people that work in all sorts of different businesses.
I just find that, I mean, this is probably going to be like, I guess a harsh take, but people that are like willing to say, fuck it, I'm going to go get a tattoo. They seem more, I guess, free. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I got.
But like
what
people
you
are
mean.
like, oh, never getting a tattoo, blah, 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 or I hate tattoos, whatever. They're just kind of like,
It's liberating.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's like self-expression, but also like we live in a world where you don't have control
yeah,
over a lot of aspects of your life. You know what I mean?
right.
And so it's a way to like take back some control
I like that.
over
Okay.
you know your body or just like a choice. You
yeah,
know.
yeah.
So I think there's
Because
a lot
obviously
of
it's
that
okay to
it.
do. I mean,
Get one, don't get one.
Yeah,
you know, it
it's-
doesn't change
it's-
my day.
right.
But I think that is a huge driving factor for a lot of people.
Yeah,
Is it's like a part of control in their reality.
right. They're like, I can, if I want to, I can go pay blah 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 to get a tattoo right now, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I guess it's kind of part of free will. I guess.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
So,
I don't know. It's just funny because like, I remember growing up, and I mean, it's not like I'm super old, but it's like
How old are you?
I'm 20. I'm gonna be 26 this month.
He's so old.
So old, dude. How old are you, dude?
32.
32. That's what I thought you're almost 33, dude.
In
How was it when
4
you hit?
days.
How,
4 days?
4 days?
Yeah.
What are we
Wait,
doing for your
5 days?
birthday?
5 days.
Are we,
5 days.
are we
Wait,
getting fucked
so
up?
your birthday's the 16th?
Yeah.
My sister's is the 17th. That's
No
crazy.
shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
She works at. I'm not gonna say that,
Yeah.
but what was it? Oh, how was it hitting 30?
It's awesome.
Hell
Was
yeah.
it?
30s are the best.
Dude, that's what I always
No,
hear.
it's
I
the
was,
best.
I was talking to my wife the other day because she's younger than me, and she's like, "Babe, you're gonna be after you're 26, you're gonna be 27." And I was sitting there, I was like, "Holy fuck, I'm gonna be 27. I'm so close to 30, bro." I felt so old, but like that's what I've always heard is like 30s is like,
Bro, until you're 50, you're young.
yeah,
I mean, even 50 isn't that old, but like,
yeah,
Paige is going to turn 30 soon.
yeah.
Paige,
In
how old are
3
you?
years. 27.
You're old as shit.
yeah.
I'm the old one.
Old,
Older.
Yeah.
Hey,
dude,
we know Paige
it's
likes
great.
her men older.
If anything, like, dude, you can like control your age. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to eat healthier or have a good sleep schedule or like keep some, do like weird youthful things. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's
yeah,
how you control your age. It's not so
yeah.
much about
Laugh
like
a
the
little
number.
more.
Yeah, laugh a little bit more.
Yeah,
You know, drink your favorite soda.
Yeah.
Like, you know, enjoy
You s-
yourself.
you seem like a
Don't do that
really,
shit way too
like-
much.
you seem like a really
Down to earth.
down to earth guy and just like
Chill.
I guess peaceful.
Yeah.
How do you?
I hope so.
How do you? Cause dude, I stress constantly. Is there like, maybe it has to do with just I don't know. I mean,
Oh, I stress all the time too.
yeah. Do you have
But-
like a way to like cope with stuff like that? I guess. Cause I don't know what it is.
Jogging.
Do you get that feeling too? Like he's just kind of chill.
Dude, I'm stressed right. I'm
Yeah, I need
stressed
some.
right now,
I got
and I
you.
don't
I
even know
got
why
you.
I'm stressed.
Okay.
15 minutes of yoga every
Okay.
morning.
I've always heard that.
One, de-stress. Also, that you're gonna feel younger.
Really?
Like, yeah. Well, like my biggest fear is to be 60 and I can't, bend down on a knee and have trouble standing up. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Or like reaching for shit. Or
Reaching
like
for
lifting
shit. You're like,
something.
hey, I can't get this.
So I've been doing. I'm no expert in yoga by any means, but I do 15 minutes just stretching.
Loosen up a little
Yep,
bit.
loosen up every morning on the mat next to the bed. And then I go for like a 15, 20-minute jog.
Okay.
Dude, I
Like,
need to
get the
do
sweat
that.
going, get some sunshine on you, like get some vitamin
Start
D.
the day out
Yeah,
outside.
that's like my morning routine.
Yeah.
And then usually
That's a beautiful
cup
morning
of coffee
routine.
and then journal for like 20 minutes.
Bro, I
Great,
say I'm
dude.
gonna do this.
Journaling is
You'll
like
feel so much younger.
journaling is so good.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I think it was like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I like filled this whole journal out with just stuff I was writing like every day or trying to.
Yeah.
Some days I wouldn't even write anything. I'd just be drawing something.
Yeah.
And I found it the other day because we moved a while back ago, and I found it in one of the boxes. And like every month I have like a goal,
Yeah.
and it's crazy to go see because like you might not reach it every month, but like you knock a bunch of shit off your list, and it's cool to see that.
Yeah, it's
because you're
like-
like, oh shit, I did that.
Yeah, you're setting
What-
goals for yourself and like
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, I achieved that
Yeah,
6 months ago."
without even
Yeah.
thinking about it.
Mhm.
Yeah. But Dylan, what were you saying?
Oh, sorry, I was just trying to get a water.
Oh, no, you're good.
But what I was saying is, so him like doing that running and all that is like that's what I tell myself I'm gonna do every morning.
I never.
And then
do
I
it.
wake up and I'm like, I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah, dude.
No.
I have a bad sleep schedule, man.
So I got a tattoo right here on my inside of my finger. says,
Oh my
It says
God.
activate, but that's like my mantra.
Activate.
I just count 1, 2, 3, and then I just activate. Just boom.
Ugh.
Just count to 3 and then up.
You might be my spirit animal.
Dude, that's good.
Cold shower, getting out of bed, go jog, whatever.
What
It's just.
time?
I mean, so we're adapting to a new schedule now because we were
Okay.
on night schedule before.
Okay.
Like I was working later in the day, Paige was working later at night, so that was like, it was more of a wake up around the work schedule, go to bed around the work schedule. But
Yeah.
my new schedule is a lot earlier, so we're kind of learning how to be morning people now.
Okay.
Yeah, before I didn't work until like 1 p.m. So
Dude, I might need to tell you to text me every morning and just text me, get your ass up.
Dude, no shit.
Activate.
go for a jog.
Yeah,
No
go
shit.
for a jog and activate.
Yeah.
Quit being a
Activate.
bum.
No, it's good, dude. Like if I don't go for my morning jog, it's definitely a different kind of day.
Yeah. That kind of like, that's what like starts your day. So if you don't do it, do you feel like your day's not really started? Like you have like a schedule and you're like, I'm out of schedule.
Yeah, yeah, and it's still a good day, but I can tell when I've jogged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sweat it out a little bit.
Mhm.
Wakes you up.
Yeah.
Dude.
Definitely. Jogs definitely make you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
how
love
how do you think your first podcast is going? Dude, I
Hopefully
think it's
well.
going
I don't
Dude,
know.
you're doing
I
real
hope so.
good.
How
You're
much? How
calm,
how,
cool,
how long do you
collected.
think we've been sitting here talking?
35 minutes.
45.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
we're
we've
going
knocked
crazy.
this out.
Hell
Hey, so
We have a thing on our pod.
yeah, I told him about it, so we can't skip it this pod.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Show and tell.
Show and
Do you
tell.
want to go first or last?
Trudy, will you grab everybody so we don't have to get up? Thank you.
What do you
bro.
mean first? You brought show and tells?
We all bring show and tell.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's something we do, and I was like, you know what? If we have a guest,
I want you guys to go first.
Okay, Dylan, you go
Yeah.
first.
You go
I'll go.
first.
And then,
Let me. I'm gonna walk over there and grab my stuff and bring it
do y'all have
Okay.
neighbors?
before I show.
Like,
it.
Okay.
do you have neighbors?
I'm excited to see what y'all got.
Okay.
All right.
So we are back. We took a little break. We got our show and tell stuff.
Oh yeah.
Dylan, go ahead and show us what you got over there.
Yeah. What'd you bring? What the fuck?
What?
Hell yeah.
What? Can you play that motherfucker? Hell yeah.
Hell
Play
yeah.
a tune. Rip a tune, bro.
Bro, I don't even remember how to play this.
All right, you're gonna bust the mics, but I appreciate it.
You feel me?
That's
I,
great.
I was a band kid
Move
back
the
in the day. Y'all can
Can I
see
try that?
right there. I dropped it. Yeah, bro, you can try that.
He's like, can I try that?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. My mouth clean.
What? My yo-yos? I don't have a good string for a yo-yo right now.
Wait, so he's good? Wait.
Bro, what y'all know? I got slide grease, valve
I'm gonna let
oil.
him do this.
Okay.
I got more slide
Dan's
grease.
about to show us something.
I don't even know how the slide works on this thing. Let's
It's
see
a,
if
it's a cornet, but it's like a trumpet.
No, I can't.
I know, like, that's a D.
I was like, I
That's
remember
all I
hot
know.
press buns.
Yeah.
And then, like, those are spit valves because it gets filled
Yeah,
with
yeah,
spit.
yeah.
So you'd have to, like, empty
Empty
your
it?
spit out.
That's disgusting.
And, like, there's a slide here on certain notes, slide here on certain notes. But, yeah.
all right, bro. That's enough.
Hell yeah.
That shit's fire, bro.
That's good. That's
Thank
great.
You
That's a
ever see
great show and tell.
trumpet.
This is
Like,
a
up
cornet.
close?
It's a smaller version of a trumpet. When I was in band, I hated it, and I never upgraded to an actual trumpet. Because
You couldn't lift the trumpet up.
Dude,
too-
it's
too
barely
heavy.
bigger than this. So shut
Oh,
up.
really?
I just, like, bro, I
What are them
didn't.
big ass things? Trombones?
Yeah,
The trombone's got the.
yeah. I feel like Louis Armstrong.
Bro, if
with
you would
this
have
motherfucker.
pulled a trombone out, though.
Bro, that case
That
is
crazy.
But yeah, that's my
Okay.
motherfucker right here. That's why. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say something. It would have been gay.
Well, that's all right.
That's why I blow so good.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and throw mine out here. This is kind of
Yeah.
spur of the moment deal, but I grabbed it.
Rangefinder?
So this right here is a thermal.
Oh shit.
You see at night in it with it. Obviously, it's not night, but yeah, we can pass it around if we
So
want
if I
to.
was in the woods, butt naked, could you see it?
I'm pretty sure.
Like, would it show up on that?
I think so.
So it's like
There's
a
a way to
telescope.
turn it on. Did you turn it on? There's like a power
I got
button.
it upside down.
Oh, okay. There you go. It's kind of tricky to figure out.
Whoa.
Oh, now it's turning on. Oh, you gotta like mess with
Wait, I
it.
think you. Oh.
That's kind of cool.
Was it?
Can I s- yeah. After that, let me.
Oh, you look from this side.
I got it upside down, backwards.
Wait,
He
hold
didn't
on.
even know how you look in
Yeah.
it.
I don't know thermal.
No, I'm talking about Hunter too. Hunter
Yeah, I
looked
know.
wrong.
Yeah. I'm
Hunter's
like,
thinking, he was like, I wonder why every time I used it, I couldn't see shit. I thought it
just
was
dark out there.
Yeah, I thought it was so dark. You know?
There's just nothing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's that for? Like looking for deer or?
Like, yeah, I don't know. My dad gave it to me. He hunts a lot. I hunt a lot. He's like, hey, you want this? I was like, yeah,
What do you hunt?
dude.
Does
name
anyone
it.
want to buy this?
Well, I mean,
Selling
mainly I like deer hunting.
Mhm.
I like fishing more than anything. But deer hunting is pretty cool because you're just out with nature. And, dude, a lot of people have like I say a lot of people. I haven't met anybody, but like a lot of people don't like the idea of hunting.
I don't.
But it's like, there is a weird moment when you're walking up to an animal you just killed, especially like a deer. But like when I kill one, I walk up to it.
Do you kiss it?
I always pray, bro,
Do you kiss
or
it?
at least just like say like thank you because this is food that I'm gonna be eating. Me and my
Mhm.
wife are gonna be eating this food, so it's kind of a special moment. But
Do you
I
kiss
feel
it?
that.
Because
Do
you
I
know,
kiss it?
every time I catch a fish, I kiss it and throw it back. You got to kiss it. Thank you.
do you really?
Yeah. You're supposed to kiss.
You do it too, Trudy?
Some fish get a kiss.
Yeah, you.
It depends
Thank
on how they're looking.
Yeah, if you get a little boy like this, it's like you ain't getting shit. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a nice looking fish, like a nice looking girl, you get a little kiss. How you doing? Appreciate you.
That's got to be animal abuse.
Animal. The abuse is me catching it. The kiss is sorry.
No, but I feel that. Cause I think about it in the grocery store,
Yeah.
where you got like the meat all packaged up and stuff.
You're like, where did this come from?
Well, it came from killing the animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so like I feel like hunting just it makes it's
Dude,
it's
it's
raw.
like
Like I mean, you're
you're there
part
from,
of the process.
Yeah,
if you
you're
eat
there
meat,
from start
right?
to finish.
You know, so if you eat meat, I feel like you should hunt at least once in your life
Yeah.
to actually understand
Yeah.
that you're eating a life.
It is very it's very, I guess, how do you say that? I guess emotional to me at least. You know,
Yeah.
there's hunters out there where they call them trophy hunters,
Yeah.
and
Like they killing the shit in Africa and stuff.
yeah,
Just to
like
get
they're
it.
just
Yeah.
they're just wanting something on their wall, which it is cool to go out there and get a big deer and get a big fish even or all that, but you know, at some point you gotta be like, okay, well, this isn't natural anymore.
Yeah.
So
Like
but-
I don't care about killing cows and chickens and stuff, but like I don't want to go deer hunting because it's like, bro, every time I see a deer, it's like, holy shit, look at that majestic animal.
yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
love to eat deer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna kill one. I like them. I
My
love
problem
Bambi.
with like the chicken thing is like, bro, chickens have it bad, bro. Like
Oh.
the chicken we're eating, like if you go to McDonald's, those chickens are not chilling.
No, but they taste so damn good.
None of the chickens are having.
No, they're not having too much fun.
No.
Except for them free range chickens.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah, who
You
knows?
watching
Just
those
'cause-
documentaries?
Yeah,
Dude,
but
we
they're
had
brutal.
a
Some of those free ranges aren't
Yeah.
so free.
we did a trivia
They-
one time,
Yeah.
and we did one of Trudy's trivias, and we found out that there's a rooster or a chicken that had his head cut off and lived for like 8 months.
Yeah, bro.
Shut
Just
the fuck
running
up.
around with no head.
I don't like that.
Is that not the creepiest thing ever?
Like imagine you have no
horrible.
head and you just how is it? I still don't understand that.
Every
fact.
time someone now is like,
What?
yeah, I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. It's like, okay, so you have 8 months to live.
Yeah, 8 months. How do you live for 8
That's
months with no
crazy.
food and water?
Yeah, how does he eat and drink? Yeah.
But what do you
I
have
like
for
that.
show and tell, Dan? What do you have
My
to show
show
to
and
tell
tell?
us?
All right. I looked through a few things. And this is what I brought.
Let's see. Let me take the glasses off so I can.
Should I
really
show it
see.
to y'all or the camera?
Both.
Both.
Both?
Show it
Okay.
to the cam first. Okay, okay.
It's a work in progress. So this is a painting I've been working on for a minute. But I need to. Now that I got the studio built again, I can start finishing some paintings here. But this is the shit I used to make when I was a kid, but like a upgraded version of it.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's
it's just like abstract, weird shapes. I don't know. I like to play with like different color palettes, and I don't know. It's just like loose and free.
Yeah.
'Cause I do a job where you have to make it perfect. So this does not have to be perfect.
right. Kind of
So-
let you.
Where do you get
This is
the
what I love doing.
inspiration for that at? Like, where does that pop into your head at?
I mean, I definitely like. There's a few artists that like Picasso would be the first in my brain that like inspires it, and then there's a homie Joey Casina. He's in San Francisco.
Shout out you.
Shout out you, man.
Shout out you.
He's awesome, and he does some really crazy abstract human forms that are just kind of stream of conscience.
Yeah.
And me and him were chatting years ago, and I was already doing stuff like this, but he definitely got me kicked into full gear doing this stuff at a larger scale.
Right.
So this is what I do when I'm not tattooing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, Dylan, you remember when your mom used to draw stuff like
Yeah, I
like
still
that?
have her art like that. She can. My mom can draw.
Dude,
shit.
she
She's
would
artistic.
Yeah.
I'm autistic.
but she would, when we were kids, she would, or
You
when
can
I
be
was a
both.
kid, she
I'm
would like
not.
she'd make word searches with your name.
Yeah.
Like it would be your like me for instance, my H would be like way up here, and like
Yeah.
there'd be stuff drawn all around it. The U would be over here. It was cool.
Yeah. Like I got one with like my name and like there's a spider hanging off
Yeah.
something, and then like the eye and something.
Shout out
else
Whitney.
happening,
We need
like
to
a
get
wave
her.
happening
We need to get her
and shit.
painting
Like,
again
She can draw.
or drawing
shit.
again.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah. I don't know a lot of people who can draw. Drawing's just hard. Y'all should see my handwriting.
Yeah.
Looks like I can't even write. I don't know how y'all do that.
I'm
Like,
gonna
my
have to
hands
see it later.
shake like a motherfucker, man.
No.
Good job. Nice.
Yeah. So
Thank
I'm
you.
painting.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
great.
You should have been here when we had to paint Hunter's old house. You would have done great.
Oh,
We
yeah.
would have
I'm
had
not
you out
good at
there.
that kind
Dude.
of painting. Well,
Dude, I got a proposal for you.
okay.
You come to my house one day, and you paint a little section where we do the podcast on the wall.
Oh, like the stew,
Okay.
like paint a little stew type thing back there, or
Yeah.
just anything. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
the
that would
stew
be fire.
kind of like incorporated with it.
Okay.
Dude, that would be
fun.
sick.
Little mural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be fire.
Do you think you could do that?
Probably.
I could imagine,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. I just
We'll pay
figure
you
out
with
the
a
right
6-pack.
tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
You will pay him with a 6-pack.
Yeah, we'll pay you with a 6-pack.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, man. Well, do you have anything you'd like to throw in? Or
Shout out to your Instagram.
Oh yeah, my
and stuff.
Instagram. It's at Welcome Art, all one word. Yeah, I'm tattooing in Oklahoma City. You should
There
get
you
a
go.
tattoo or buy a painting. I can
Or
ship
buy a
those
painting.
anywhere.
Yeah, we'll throw the links in the bio, of
Hell
course.
for sure.
Can you say where you tattoo at or something if people want to come get like a tattoo from you? Or
Yeah, I work at Chrome Dragon. It's on the west side of the city.
Okay. If y'all want a tattoo, Chrome Dragon, or hit them up on Instagram.
Hell yeah!
Yep. All right, guys.
First podcast.
yeah.
first
How do you like
podcast.
it? How do you like it? How
It's
do you like it?
cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
You said the
The
sunglasses. help a
sunglasses
little
definitely help.
bit. It kind of hides you a little bit.
Dude, it really does though.
Dude, and like I take them off, I'm like, whoa.
yeah, it's bright as
Yeah.
hell. and shit.
Yeah. But it's like bright, but like the warm light though. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's super fucking cool.
Let's go.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, I'd do it again.
Nice.
Let's go.
I think you could be a recurring guest because this is good.
Definitely.
Hell yeah!
This might have to be
whole
like
new
a-
subject matter.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, we got to figure out our buddy that's flying into town. He would be a great. He's crazy.
What is he?
Okay.
What does he do?
What does he do? He's just.
Just Sean?
He's Sean.
Yeah, he's dope.
And smart.
Really?
He's someone who watches too much YouTube and reads too many books.
Okay.
So he just
I love Sean.
pulls references from the weirdest places.
Okay.
I've known him since I was 7.
Okay, hell yeah.
We're trying to get him to move out here.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Dude, get him on. We'll
Get
we'll
'em
have
on,
both
man.
of y'all on. That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Oh, we should get Sean drunk.
All right, guys.
Hell
Well,
All right.
appreciate you guys for watching, Dan,
Yes, sir.
or listening. Dan, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
I think it was good. I think next time they'll be looking forward to listening to you. And
Yep.
I'm
for
stoked.
us,
Look for
Oh.
Dan in the future, man.
Yeah,
Part
look for
2.
Dan.
Stew.
The
yeah.
stew, yes,
stew to
sir.
the moon.
Stew
Can
to
you
the
say
moon.
stew to the moon for us?
Stew to the moon.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Hey,
There
follow
we
us
go.
on
Hell yeah.
TikTok. We do go live every now and then. Be there or be square.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. That was good.